then I went public. So hopefully they'll get a notification.
I'm sure Chow can let the group know.
Ryan, Elizabeth. We're getting there.
Okay, I see chats.
Okay,
let me move my 80 billion foil things out of the way here and get out. You want me to get out all the sparkly goodness?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have to move all of my babies out of the way.
Okay, what babies?
These babies. Look at these babies.
Ooh, look at those.
I was swatching.
She's loaded down with foil. Loaded down with foil.
All of my precious. Oh, Elizabeth said she did get a YouTube notification. Great.
Okay. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Catherine.
We're
How are you doing?
stretching our Zoom reach to Tracy's channel.
Barbara, hello. Okay. Sally, hey, how you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Roxanne, I just mailed a prize to you today. Okay,
Perfect
Catherine,
pearls.
thanks for stopping by. There's Jen and Kimberly. All right. Okay. There's only one more step to this process, Nancy. I have to put my iPad up in the mount.
Okay.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Are we going hands down? While you're doing that, I will show 2 pieces of Happy Mail I got today.
Oh, I have some Happy Mail too. You do yours first, okay?
Okay. All right. So this came from Miss Millie, and I love it. First of all, her handwriting. She should be teaching handwriting classes. Her handwriting is just epic. But I am a stickler for beautiful handwriting. And Millie, yours is up there, right up there. Both of these cards, beautiful handwriting. But she did star glitter paste. I know it's probably backwards, but she did star glitter paste. And then this is a scalloped border card front with black matte. And it says something to make you smile. And I love it. It did make me smile. It's beautiful. Oh, it's not backwards.
That's great. That's beautiful.
Oh, I'm all teal today. Yes, I had a teal sweater and I got the teal. Yes, I had to go to work today. All right. And then this one, if you can't guess who sent me this, and I am super proud of this one because another one with perfect handwriting. I need some more notes with this handwriting, but great. Create the things you wish existed. So we have this beautiful, I think it's alcohol background. And there's foil. Ryan, I'm so proud of you. Look at you foiling. And then, of course, he has a background behind it and then a silver glitter background behind it. And his beautiful glitter grunge greetings on the back. But his handwriting, the best. And he sent me some Halloween stamps, which my post office doesn't have. Look, they're foiled Halloween stamps. He ordered them online. So thank you, Ryan, darling.
Chow's like, we lost Tracy.
Oh, she's just turning her tablet around. I'm going to turn mine around while she shows her Happy Mail.
This is the hardest part. Figuring out which way to aim my
And I think my daughter snatched my paint water.
Do I need paint water? Uh-oh.
No, I don't think so. All right, here we go. She's doing her own video in the back art room.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Are you done, Nancy?
I'm done. Tracy's teaching me today. All I was told was get out my perfect pearls and micas and stuff. So I'm
teaching you something I've never done before because Stacy asked me to do it. So if it goes downhill and it crashes, I'm telling you, I've never done this. Yeah, Stacy says I'm the wrong way. I'm upside down. If I turn it though, probably it's not going to help. But we will try.
Tracy, flip over. You're not a turtle. There it is. Perfect.
All right. This came yesterday from Noelle. It's really pretty. I think it's an alcohol ink background that she and I created when we were live together on Facebook.
Your camera's to the
And
right
she
a
put
little.
these real-
To the right, Tracy. There you go.
Okay. She put this real pretty butterfly detail on that. So super cute. I think those are Catherine Puller butterflies.
Noelle said that is the background she made with you. Yes.
So thank you, Noelle. I love it. I love it. And Nancy, this is going to look familiar to you.
Ooh. Those are the ton butterflies.
One of our FSC members, Linnea, was having a D-stash on Instagram. What? And this was one of the items. Yeah, $5. $5.
That's a good deal.
And I thought, they don't know what they're missing. The people that are like bidding on everything else, nobody even bid on this. And I was like 8 hours into the game. So nice. That was meant to be. Yeah, that was meant to be.
Yes, good deal. Tracy, can you turn your camera to the right a little bit? Like your right? Nope, the other way.
Okay.
A little more. Right there. Perfect. Up a little.
Okay.
That's good. That's good enough. Stacy, is that all right?
Yeah, it was really crooked.
Yeah, now you should.
That looks much better. I was looking at my phone instead of my. Oh, forget it. Okay.
You're good.
And then I also got the other set off of her from Picket Fence Studios.
Ooh, dandelions.
It's really pretty. It's got it's dandelion wishes. Let the wind guide your wishes. Come see a weed. Some see a weed. I see a wish. May you have wings and roots. So that'll be really pretty with butterflies.
Yes.
So I got for two. Those are $5 each from her D-stash. So Linnea, she does that like twice a year. She'll have a D-stash. So if you're not friends with her on Instagram,
I need to be.
Last name, yeah.
Isn't it like
Hollander?
Hollander. I knew it was an H in there.
Yeah, Linnea Hollander. Yeah, I think she's on FSC, but maybe not. Okay, Linnea Hollander.
Beautiful. All
right, Nancy.
Good finds.
I did. I scored. Now you'll need painter's tape. You'll need some cardstock, perfect pearls, and distress inks.
Okay.
Okay, Stacy. Now Stacy has to tell us what to do next. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Stacy, you need to jump on here.
Yeah, we need to put Stacy on this live.
Now, I've also brought in, for the purpose of comparing, the Arteza 60 mica powders. Self-promotion here. Arteza is sending me something for giveaway. I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be on my channel. They just sent me an email today. So what you'll have to do is make sure that you're following me, following the Arteza YouTube channel, comment, something easy. But I wanted to show you guys, somebody in our FSC group did these beautiful backgrounds with the mica powders. And what you need to buy with these, if you're going to be doing the projects we're going to be doing, is some gum arabic. It's on my Amazon shop. It's like $6 or $7, I think. What's nice is the difference is Perfect Pearls already have a binder built into them. So if you have Perfect Pearls, they already have a binder in them. So you don't need to add anything. But because these micas were designed to be used as cosmetics, like eyeshadow and soap and candles and things like that, there's no binder in them. So you have to add a binder, which is this little guy. But there's a lot of bright colors in here. So I read to do equal parts, like a scoop of this to a scoop of color. And that should be your binder. So I'm going to try this out while Tracy tries hers with the perfect pearls so we can see what the difference is between the two.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, Gloria said she doesn't have distress inks. You can use Catherine Pooler inks as well. You just want an ink that's going to stay a little bit wet, not like totally saturated, but like a little.
Does it have to
damp.
be colored? Can I use Versamark?
Right. Well, what I'm doing though is I'm ink blending on a piece of cardstock, then applying the perfect pearls. Okay.
Okay.
So the color is kind of important with this technique, but
okay.
yes, if you just want it to be a white and then apply something later, you could do that with Versamark. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me grab some. Are you using regular distress inks or are you using oxide?
Yeah, regular distress inks. Uh-huh.
I'm using this.
I don't have that many. So, I mean, I just have a handful. So I'll just do with what I have and whatever. I mean, I'm not like Ryan who has a complete set of distress inks.
You mean Ryan that's almost to 1,000 subscribers, Ryan?
Nice, Ryan. Way to go, buddy. I'm so happy
like
for you.
300 away. He's not that many away.
That is fantastic. That's record time. Record time.
It is the same, Dawn. It's powdered gum Arabic. It is a powder. Jen, I don't see why not.
What did Jen say?
Jen said, can I use distress stain sprays? I think as long as it stays wet on your paper, right? That's all we're looking for. Because
yeah, just a little bit wet.
Yeah, regular inks dry too fast. So we want something that's going to stay on the surface.
Yeah, you don't want to saturate it. You don't want to saturate your paper like you would with an alcohol ink. I've never used that many sprays. I've only used sprays, the oxide sprays. I've never. But if you have Catherine Pooler inks or Simon Hurley inks, that would probably.
Well, they probably dry pretty quickly, so I think that's why distress inks are better because they stay a little wetter longer.
Yeah, all I know is Jennifer McGuire did this, so I'm not doing something that I thought of. I'm just doing something that Jennifer McGuire did, and she used the distress inks. So I have just an old-fashioned. Go ahead.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I just have an old-fashioned sponge applicator. I also have the newer style, the domed ones. And basically, I'm just going to do some ink blending in the background here. And it's been a while since I've ink blended with a sponge applicator, especially the old-fashioned one here. But I'm going to do what I can. Yeah, it's the old-fashioned style. How come it says Nancy stamps on both of you? Because we're twins tonight.
Yeah.
That's funny. But it's on my channel because I need to get more viewer hours. What that means is with YouTube, you have to have so many hours of viewing before you're monetized, but more importantly, before they'll start bumping you on the lists of recommended videos. You know, that's how you find your subscribers whenever you're on that list of recommended videos. So I need to get more people to watch my channel and, you know, watch it for more than 2 minutes. So if that makes any sense. If you have a YouTube channel, you know exactly what I mean. So that was Tumbled Glass, which is quite light. I'm not sure if I will. The next color is Mermaid Lagoon. So that's a beautiful blue color.
What kind of background are we doing here?
Oh, just an ink blended background. Can be anything because we're going to be using embossing
You all
folders.
know what am I thinking, right? You see the blue come out. You know who this is for.
Sebastian. Of course. None other than your mascot. I can tell you right away, these dome blenders are fantastic compared to the old-fashioned.
No, I need to order some more.
It just glides right across my paper. Unbelievable difference.
There's no harsh lines.
Just it feels better when someone has arthritis too. Now my next color is weathered wood, but I don't know. It looks purple to me. You guys, I got this stuff from my sister, and I think sometimes she got her pad lids mixed up, and it's all stained on the back, so I can't read what it says. Look. It's very, it just reminds me of purple.
Weathered wood is like a grayish green color.
Okay, well, this is not weathered wood. This is probably Dusty Concord or something, because it's pretty purple.
Yeah, that's a purple.
Okay, well, we'll figure out where the weathered wood is. We will definitely switch the lid, but it matches. It's okay. So we've got blues and purple. And it's still not, you know, it's not as nicely blended as you have a distress oxide blend, but it's okay because Perfect Pearls, that's what the focus is. The focus is not on my ink blending tonight. So I've got Perfect Pearls. This one is called, this is just the original Perfect Pearl color. And you have a full pot here. And then we have some brushes that came with the Perfect Pearls. And you don't need a lot. You just need a little bit, and you just go ahead and brush that across your background. That's what we're doing here. We're just putting down ink so that we can brush it across our background. We'll make a couple backgrounds, and then we'll grab the Gemini and we'll run these through the Gemini Junior. Okay. And then it looks sort of metallic. Like I said, Stacy was the one who shared this video with me.
I know what you're doing. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
Stacey, then you definitely want to use a wet ink.
Yeah.
Or an ink you can keep moist. Yes. Okay, I know what you're doing. Oh, then I need to do some mixing here, my little colors.
Okay. Elizabeth said, if you use the pads all the time and they are starting to dry out, it would be worth it. There is a ton of ink, so you can re-ink multiple times, saving from buying new pads.
Somebody was asking about buying re-inkers. I don't generally buy re-inkers, but there are certain ink pads you should buy re-inkers for. But my thought is, I mean, a lot of these ink pads I've had for over 10 years and have not re-inked yet. So I would say look at the ones you use the most on a daily basis and then decide if you want to buy re-inkers and buy them, you know, 2 at a time. I don't think there's any reason to buy a whole set of re-inkers, although I did just buy all of the Simons at one time. But that's because Simon's whole set, there's only 22 ink pads. So, but I think, you know, you look at the ones you use the most, like all of my black inks I have re-inkers for, my Versamark I have re-inkers for, but most of my other ink pads, I do not have re-inkers. I'm just starting to buy re-inkers now.
Somebody asked me what kind of paper I'm using. Well, not Bristol Smooth, which is what I need to be using. So I'm going to cut a couple pieces of this. But I was just using my Accent Opaque. This is Accent Opaque. It is 80 pounds white cardstock.
I started to grab my Perfect
But I'm going to
Pearl.
switch. My next panel I'll do with Bristol Smooth because it'll be better. Okay, next what you'll do, don't forget this step, you guys. Grab a microfiber towel and burnish this. So you want to take your microfiber towel and just go ahead like that. Sorry if I'm shaking my table. That kind of helps to burnish it into the paper, right? Okay. Hello, Michelle.
Okay, I have grabbed a scoop of this gum Arabic. There's a little spoon that comes with the micas. So I grabbed 1 scoop of the gum Arabic with that and put it in this little lid. And then I'm going to grab 1 scoop of mica powder. This one's called Bright Blue. And then I'm going to brush mine onto my panel. So trying to make it pretty equal. And now I'm just going to take my little brush. These brushes, when you buy the Perfect Pearls, you can buy them individually or you can buy them in 4-packs. When they come in a 4-pack, they come with the brush. They used to also come with a little Perfect Medium, which is like a really sticky, gooey ink. I don't know if they still do, but it used to be 4 of those, 1 of these, and 1 brush in a pack.
Yep. They do.
And
still
you can
come
buy
with
them
that,
individually.
Tracy, okay, Carmen, I'm just using Perfect Pearls and Distress inks, and I'm blending the Distress ink onto some, next is going to be Bristol Smooth paper, and we're going to have like a faux metal background once we run it through our embossing folders. So there's a couple steps here, but the first step is going and using Distress ink or some kind of wet ink that's going to be a little bit moist. Then the Perfect Pearls with your brush, any color that you want. And then we'll run it through the embossing folder here at the end, okay? This is a technique that Stacy told me about today. And this is the first time in my life that I've ever played with Perfect Pearls, and they're easy to play with. They're not hard. I think I was always intimidated by them.
Yes, so many things you can do with them.
Jen doesn't like the word moist. Okay, sorry, Jen.
I was going to say, as soon as you said it, I was going to repeat it and laugh to myself, but yeah. You shouldn't have told us that, Jen.
Yeah, because now we probably will try not to say it, but we'll accidentally say it.
Maybe you won't try to say it. I'm going to say it. See, if your paper
hey,
is
Bernie,
not moist,
how are you?
your Perfect Pearls won't stick.
Now you got her started, Jen.
Not as fun as me and my beaver stamps.
Oh my gosh. Stacy makes her own sprays with Perfect Pearls, and she'll spritz her background, which that's a really good idea, Stacy. If I could find a empty mini mister. Well, this one just has water in it, and I could just dump it out.
Well, you just add it. You add it with the water. You just put a little scoopy scoop in there.
Yeah, this one's empty. It's a mini Mr. Plus. Look how big it is. I don't know where I got it from.
Wow.
But compared to the mini Mister, it's big. All right, so we'll add some. We'll do that at the end. Okay. Okay, let me just cut 4 more panels and that'll be it. Then I'll get back to designing. Bernie said she wants to do the D-Stash on Instagram. Her name was Linnea Hollander. HOLLENDA.
What are you doing, little person?
UER. She's a design team member for a bunch of different places. Joy Claire, I think she's a design team member. Yeah. D-Stashing Laura Ann is when you place a picture, and we don't do it on FSC. You can do it on your own Instagram, do it on your own Facebook page. Don't do it on FSC. I found that on Instagram, Linnea had 2 really cool stamp sets that I picked up for $5 each. And this one from the ton, I think a lot of times it goes out of stock. You still there, Nancy?
I'm here. I'm looking for the embossing folder I want to use.
Okay, I thought maybe we lost you.
Nope. I know. It's not like me to be quiet.
But that's what D-Stashing is. D-Stashing is
just selling
something
your
that
old
I'm going
stuff.
to be doing very soon too, by the way, because I don't have enough room for anything. I have to do some D-Stashing.
I don't do D-Stashes. I do giveaways.
And I'll probably be doing giveaways, really. I don't see myself selling it, but doing a giveaways. But still, it'll go in a pile, and it'll be like, that has to go. You have to share that with somebody else because you haven't been using it, Tracy. So
share the love.
Yeah, there's somebody else out there that'll Facebook Marketplace is another place, but okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start our next panel. Now that we have Bristol Smooth, we might have better results of ink blending, but that's no guarantee because I am doing the ink blending with Distress ink, which I'm not used to using Distress ink. I'm used to using Distress Oxide ink or Catherine Puller ink, which blends beautifully.
Can't find the embossing folder I want.
I hope you guys all had a great day. I had a good day at work and I'm off till Tuesday.
Here it is.
I took a day off. So, and then we have a holiday on Monday. So I'm excited about that. And we have a big picnic at our house. Yep. We have a big picnic at our house on Monday with my husband's family. So this is a busy time for us. Okay. Now we're going to do purples. So I've got Seedless Preserve and I've got I guess I'll do a pink. I'll do a this one. This is picked raspberry. So Seedless Preserves, picked raspberry. And it says Dusty Concord on the lid, but we might found our weathered wood. Hey, there it is. Look, weathered wood. Okay. We're going to put the right lid to its rightful owner. Now the universe is straight again. Okay.
So I don't know if you guys can see, but I took that blue mica and gum arabic and mixed it up with my brush. And now it's on my blue panel here. See that?
Yeah, I see that. That looks great. Okay,
so
let's go
I'm going
with
to
some
cut
picked
this in
raspberry
half
first.
before I run it through my what do I call them? Embossing
folder.
folders.
That doesn't look like picked raspberry. That's abandoned coral. What the heck, you guys? I think my sister was drinking when she put the lids on her Distress inks. Oh my God.
Maybe she had people come over and they just, were playing and.
Probably. It got all confused.
All right. Before I do this, one habit that I have with mine is I like, and I do this with my perfect pearls too, is kind of setting it. And so all you do is you spray a mist in the air and then you just pull your paper through it. And then what that does is it sets the binder in place. Okay. So I just do a real quick spritz in the air and then go like that. That's it. Okay, you don't want to spray it directly because you don't want like water spots showing, but you just run your paper through the mist to kind of set everything in place. And that way our powders don't rub off. By the way, Nancy got some new microfiber towels at Walmart. Look how bright orange they are.
Now you're styling.
Wow, there's a lot.
Okay, that is definitely abandoned coral, which is a beautiful color. How about we abandon coral? How about we do some fossilized amber after that? And this is a brand new tube container, so I know it's the right one. Plus, it's a mini-sized one, so it's not all confused with the wrong lid. Hey, it wouldn't be YouTube if it wasn't for these kind of things that happen with my stuff. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing? Okay. Oh my gosh. Hey, Kim. Okay, again, this color is fossilized amber. And it's definitely going better on the Bristol Smooth. So thank you. I think it was Laura Ann who asked me, what paper are you using, Tracy? Because this is much better. Much better. Bristol Smooth is so much better for ink blending.
Agreed.
And then let's do Ripe Persimmon. This is sort of like a pumpkin orange color. This is my newest color that I got. So Stacy said about the
3D folders look best.
Yeah, the 3D embossing folders. Yeah.
I'm about to use one. Okay, I'm cutting my panels down to 5 by 3 3/4, just because I can get 2 small panels out of this big piece of media cardstock. So I'll show you another way I've done this method, and it's really simple when I'm done here as well. Not by doing the whole background, but actually I have one right here. This is one I made for the kids a while ago. So this is the end result. And all I did was I masked off the center, and this was done with pink ink and then pink perfect pearls. And then I stamped it before running it through the embossing folder. So this was one I made for the kids.
Oh, that's cool. All right. What color perfect pearls? I want to do a metallic. How about this copper or bronze? What do you think?
Yes.
I think bronze.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do bronze. Okay, so we've got our perfect pearls. We're going to grab our brush. Go ahead.
And it takes very little. I just tap off the lid most of the time. For those of you who just got a Gemini Junior,
thanks.
I'm going to show you 2 folders. One is a regular folder and one is a 3D embossing folder. So write this down, Ryan. So you have your base plate. This is the regular embossing folder. Okay, and then usually magnetic shim and top folder. If it's too tight, then you can take the magnetic shim off. So this is a regular embossing folder. And then I'm going to show you guys a 3D embossing folder. So top plate, magnetic shim, embossing folder, bottom plate, and you can see that it is embossed perfectly. That's the Waves Sizzix folder.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, so that's the first one.
I like that.
I forgot to stamp Sebastian on it. You're supposed to stamp on it before you emboss it.
Okay,
Oops.
The next one. You have 2 panels, right?
Now it's a pretty background. Let me get my boy Sebastian out. Whoopsie.
Okay, so we've got our bronze down here on this real pretty, it almost reminds you of like a sunset background.
That is pretty. Like, it reminds me of the beach.
Yeah. Okay. And for perfect pearls, you turn them backwards and then forward. If you turn it backwards, it gives it a chance to get on the track.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, it clicks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to grab my microfiber towel. Remember, if it looks splotchy for you, don't panic, because your microfiber towel is going to help even that out a little bit. But I just want to get these blending pads to the rightful owners. So I don't, and I have my old mat down on my desk right now because I get really messy when I have inks and stuff out. And my glass mat is great, but there's a little bit of a glare. Okay. All right. Next, I will grab my Gemini Junior So tomorrow I have a wedding to go to at 3 o'clock. I need to make a wedding card. One of my
Sounds like
embossing
fun.
folders. Yeah, it's an outside wedding in the backyard. One of my embossing folders is sort of like a wedding embossing folder, has a bride and a groom. So I thought maybe I'd do this technique.
Yes, makes it more elegant.
Thought so.
Uh-oh.
See how. Uh-oh.
Well, that's just going to be seaweed now. Don't worry about it. Look away. Look away while I fix it.
Look away while she fixes it. All right, you can watch me sorting my inks and getting them out of the way. That is just a big mystery to me. As far as where did it get to, the one that's missing. Who knows?
What dropped ink pad? Pow!
I don't even know if Noelle's on tonight. She might be away.
I saw her.
I don't know if she saw that I showed off her
She
card.
did. She said it was one of the backgrounds she made with you.
Okay, sorry.
Cheap microfiber towels. This is what I get for buying cheap Walmart ones. Darn it. Okay,
Are they
well,
falling
we're not
apart
going to
on
use
you?
that. Let's just throw that on the floor and we'll have to wash them all now. Anyways, moving on. All right, so my panel has been inked. It's been dusted. It's been stamped. Now I'm ready to run it through the embossing folder. I'll show you the sandwich. Before I run it through the embossing folder, I am going to spritz it again just to soften the paper because this is a 3D embossing folder. So I'm just going to take some water and just spritz the back of it. Okay. And for this one, I'm using a 3D embossing folder. So again, with the Gemini Junior, you're going to do cutting plate. And then this is the new 3D under the seabed embossing folder from Stampin' Up. So this is a little thicker. So I think it goes like this. Okay, so it goes like that. And then on this one, we're just going to use the milky plastic shim. Okay, so let's run that through. That may not have been thick enough. I might need to add the magnetic shim. Nope. Okay, so we're going to do that again. We're going to do magnetic shim and plastic shim. That's better. And now Sebastian has this glowy seabed.
Nice.
That came out. What?
That was great.
That looks good. Ooh, yours
like
are
it
very.
a lot.
Yours make me want to go to the beach.
They're real shiny. Okay. I just have sort of like just a plain old embossing folder. It has sort of little circles on it. We will use that for our first panel that we did together. Okay, so I've got my base plate, milky shim, magnetic plate, my embossing folder, my metal shim, and then my top plate.
I don't think you need your metal shim, Tracy.
I didn't think so either, but I grabbed it just in case. I don't think I need it. Okay. Somebody asked, what's the difference between 3D embossing and the normal ones?
The 3D ones are much thicker because there's different layers on the embossing folder. So I'll show one with the We Are Memory Keepers 3D so you can see the difference. So the Tim Holtz ones, they're just super thick. I'll show that next. Tracy, I think you have too much stuff in there. Just do your bottom plate, your embossing folder, and your top plate. You should not need your shim or your magnetic.
Well, then I was way overboard. Well, this is my bottom plate. This is my top plate. Let's get that right. Okay.
And if it's not enough, then you can throw your magnetic shim on there.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
If it's not thick enough, then you can throw your magnetic shim in there.
Yep, I'm gonna put the magnetic shim in. It didn't get thick. It didn't get quite deep enough. Here we go. Well, Noelle, be careful. Make sure you listen to the weather. If they're calling for a tornado. Watch. Oh, that's Barbara. I'm sorry, Barbara. Be careful,
Tracy
Barbara.
sent me
Stay
this
safe.
black mixed media paper, so I'm going to try this next. Pretty.
It's so shiny. Those perfect pearls really do. I like it. That'll make a great background. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, now let's do the one that kind of looks like a sunset.
Tracy said she broke one of her plates already. Oh, no.
Well, thanks, everyone. Mine has a little chip in it, like at the end, you know, but I still use it. I have another one on backup. Okay, this is a Spellbinders embossing folder. Looks like Argyle, sort of diamonds all the way through it. It's called Wonky Diamonds. Okay, we're gonna run it through. All right, here we go. I might just use it without the metal plate. And if I need the metal plate, I can always go back in with it.
Yep. So I'm going to do the reverse stamp method. So I'm going to start with the Versamark ink. This works best on black paper. And cut this in half.
That was perfect because that's a thicker embossing folder. That turned out really nice. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Beautiful.
It definitely looks like metal. It's so shiny and I like it.
So I'm going to show you guys two methods. I'm going to use the same stamp for both of these methods.
You do not have to push a button. You just press the plates through and it self feeds. The Gemini Junior is a self-feeding machine. All right, let's get this out of the way. Go ahead, Nancy.
For this first method, I'm going to stamp first. So I'm going to take some clear Versamark or sticky ink. You can use embossing ink. You can use that Perfect Pearls ink. I just like the Versamark. Any sticky ink will work. And we're going to stamp our image down. And I'm going to go one more time just so I have it full coverage there. Then I'm going to mix up my Arteza concoction here. I'm going to take, again, a little scoop of that gum Arabic. And you only have to do this if you're using like micas that don't have a binder. Perfect Pearls already have a binder, so you don't need to do it with them. And I'm going to follow Tracy's lead on the copper. I'm going to take a scoop of copper. Attempt to get a scoop of copper. Come on. There we go. This is a much heavier mica. And again, take my brush, mix it up. So I'm mixing it with the binder. You won't see the binder. It's not white or anything. It just mixes right in with the powder. And if you have Perfect Pearls, it's already mixed in, so you don't need to do that. And now all I'm going to do is magically make my stamped image appear.
Cool.
And a little bit goes a long way.
That looks great.
So that's one of the simplest ways to use Perfect Pearls or micas. And then you just, same thing, take your little towel and just kind of buff off any of the excess. And then again, what I like to do is just take a little spritz of water into the air and pull that through. So I'll do that off to the side. And then you can decide to run that through an embossing folder or leave it as is. I'll run that through an embossing folder in just a second. I'm going to let that set. And then the other way is what I call the opposite, which is the lift method. The lift method is by taking the Versamark ink, and we are going to rub this all over our paper. Let me clean my desk off first. So I'm going to take my Versamark and I'm going to go direct to paper and rub that all on my paper here. So I want to saturate this paper with sticky ink. Again, any embossing ink will work. Any kind of distress inks or distress oxides will work because they stay moist longer. And Perfect Pearls ink will work as well. Okay, so now that this is nice and sticky, now we can take and add our Perfect Pearls. I'm just going to wipe my desk off again. And now we're going to take all of this Perfect Pearls and we're going to put it all over our background here. We want to cover this whole sheet. And really a little bit does go a long way. You don't need a whole bunch. They last a long time, these Perfect Pearls.
I have the gold, it's called Perfect Gold. I put down squeezed lemonade on my Crystal Smooth paper. This is the one I'm going to use for the wedding. Sticking to a basic color scheme.
And I'm just using every
Sorry,
ounce
guys.
of mica.
I haven't been looking at the comments. I'm so sorry.
Nope, Jen, you shouldn't have told us. All right. Once that is all covered, I'm going to clean up my desk again.
Stacy said, can you put pan pastels over that?
Oh, I'm sure you could. Pan pastels go with everything.
Okay.
Or put this over pan pastels. So now I have a full panel, right? So before I set it, I want to lift some of that. So I'm going to put my panel in there, and I'm going to use the same stamp set, and I'm going to ink it up again. Same stamp, I should say. And I'm, again, just using my Versamark ink. And what I want to accomplish here is I want it to lift the mica there, the Perfect Pearls, the Arteza Mica. And what will happen is the sticky ink will pick it up. See, it's starting to lift. Now you might have to clean your stamp a few times. All right, so I'm going to clean my stamp. See, you can see that it's starting to lift and the black from the paper is showing through. So I'm going to clean my stamp off. Squeaky clean is not cooperating. Nope, gotta go with something else. What do I got here? Close to my heart.
Sandy, I try to pay attention to the comments, but I get so involved in.
That's how we have Stacy and Chow. And they holler for us sometimes. All right, so now I'm going to ink again. Might need to re-ink
Noelle,
mine.
it was good to see you.
Good night, Noelle.
This is going to look so pretty with this bride and groom embossing folder. It's going to be very elegant.
Yeah, anytime you add metallics or pearls, just gives it an extra level of bling.
Judy wants to know, do you have to set it? That's what the gum Arabic does, that Nancy's adding to her powder. And the Perfect Pearls already has a... Okay.
It has a binder, but you still have to set it by just spritzing it with a light spritz of water.
Okay.
So even with the Perfect Pearls, you're just going to do a light mist of water on it. You mist in the air and you pull it through it.
Oh boy, that's pretty. I definitely want to spray this with some of the shimmer spray. Like
she's double shimmering.
Stacy suggested. Yeah. Let me see if I can make sure I'm in view here of the camera. It's sort of yeah, it's sort of in the background, the bride and the groom, you know. So
oh, that is so elegant.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. If Elizabeth said if you use Perfect Pearls like watercolors, you don't need to set it though.
Right, because the water sets it.
Yeah.
The water creates that chemical reaction for the binder to set it. Oh, this moved. No wonder it's off. I'm I'm gonna do one more here and then I'm done fussing with this guy.
All right, now that I've got my wedding one out of the way, I can do some jazzy colors again. I'm going to try to make it look like silver metallic in the background. If I had some gray ink, that would look so cool. I have black soot, but I don't think I have gray.
Do you have any other colors of gray?
I do in the VersaFine Clear.
That'll work. That's a sticky ink.
Okay, I'll use the VersaFine Clear.
Just re-inked my VersaFine pad.
So there's a question for you.
Mark.
Would it be worth it to stamp that first before the mica, then mask it up, then mica, then remove the mask? I think you did it that way first, right?
Well, the first one I did, I stamped it and added the mica. I see what she's saying. Instead of doing this and doing the lift method, you could do that, I guess. I guess if you did a scan and cut of the mask, see, these stamps don't have dies. So I'd have to go and use the scan and cut to mask it. Or fussy cut it, I guess. And Nancy doesn't fussy cut. All right, so that's pretty good. But you can see the idea there. I did it with the elephant stamps in last year's Blue Night Rubber Stamps release, and it was beautiful. So where'd the other one go? So this is if you do the ink and stamp and then put the powder on it. And this is doing the reverse where you put the powder down and then lift it. And so then I would just spray both of these and set them.
Okay.
I'm going to lift this one.
Now we're going to switch. I'm switching over to VersaFine Clear Morning Mist, which is a gray.
Hello, Tracy. Don't worry. We'll do a recap. We're just playing with some Arteza micas and comparing them to perfect pearls and some of the methods you can use the two. Stacy, you're just using a plain stamp. Yes.
Thank you, Chow, for putting the link up.
Yes, thank you.
I'm doing 3D embossing folder next, Tracy Gambino, but we'll see you later.
Ooh. Yes, and perfect pearls are on scrapbook.com. They're also on my Amazon page. And the gum Arabic is on the Amazon page as well. I'm going to do 3D embossing folder 2 because that's where the real magic happens.
Tracy. Bye-bye. Yeah, I can't wait to do this with 3D embossing folder. The one that looks like metal.
Spray this guy. So Elizabeth brought up a great point too. If you're going to use these like watercolors, all you would do is just same thing with the perfect pearls. You can, like Tracy said, you can put a little bit in your mister and you can add water and spray it. For the Arteza, you need to add a little bit of gum Arabic with your color and then it will set with the water. But you can also do the same thing with watercoloring. Just remember, whatever you do with the Artezas, you do need to set, you need to use the gum Arabic as a binder. You can say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Leah.
I like the things that you made. It's cool.
These are cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one's called Pewter. So we'll see how this looks on gray. It's never been opened before, you guys. Look at that. Okay.
Elizabeth, I've been doing a 1-to-1 ratio. On here it says 1 to 4 parts pigment. May be adjusted for different effects. Slowly add water and mix until the desired solution is thing. I've just been doing 1-to-1. Guess you don't even need that much.
I am cleaning my brush off now that I had gold on it. Now I'm switching to pewter. Just getting that extra perfect pearl off. This is going to be glorious. I can tell you right now, because this pewter color is wow. You know, it's metallic on metallic, sort of like metallic on gray. It's going to be super.
Superstar.
And yeah, and I'm just making backgrounds. Mine will be backgrounds that I'll use on cards then. I would like to stamp one though. I'm just trying to figure out which stamp I would like to try it with. Maybe the moose. Nancy did a video today, or was it last night, Nancy, of the moose from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. Really cool background.
Yeah.
I like that.
I learned that from Ryan.
With the Dispress oxides, right?
Yep.
Sprays. Yep. Okay, now we're getting some shiny here. Oh, this is so pretty. Thank you, Stacy, for recommending this. I was a little nervous since I'd never played with perfect pearls before, but they're easy to play with. They're not hard at all.
You know, when Stacy gets her channel up, link now, you know, she'll be doing stuff like this. So you want to make sure you're subscribed.
When Stacy gets her channel up, I'll say, Stacy, do you remember that time whenever you told me to get my perfect pearls out? Well, I have something I want you to try.
That's right.
And she'll say, well, I've only done that once before. And I say, well, now it's number 2.
Right. All right. I have some fossilized amber, some spiced marmalade, and some ripe persimmon. Go ahead. Question.
There's a question about when we can look for the kitchen sink stamp on Simon Says.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I don't think I'm allowed to say. I will give you a heads up when I can give you a heads up. I can tell you, you will not want to miss it because it will sell out. I already know that much.
So this is called 3D Texture Fades. A 3D embossing folder. Yeah, June, I'm going to keep checking too, because last year I missed out. I did not get the kitchen sink stamps, special stamp timber, and I was so bummed out because it was so cute.
I'm super excited. I can tell you that.
All right.
It's not like you guys didn't already know that. All right. I guess you guys are saying I can use a little less gum Arabic, so I guess I'll just use a little less. I mean, I don't think it's really going to matter. There we go.
Chow says, Stacy says, on the back right, Tracy, is the name of the embossing folder. Okay.
Oh, I used.
It's called Crackle. Thank you.
I used pure. I think this one's pure gold for the Arteza.
Crackle.
Oh, that's a lot of gold.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
My gold overpowered my image. That's
I can't. I'm looking at it on my phone. My computer decided it was going to stop cooperating, so I'm looking at my phone. I can't see what happened, Nancy. Okay. All right. So 3D embossing folder in a Gemini gets just the bottom plate and the top plate. Is that right?
Oh, sorry. Right. 3D embossing folder is bottom plate, 3D embossing folder, and milky shim.
Okay, that would make sense because that way it's not too thick. Okay. Thanks, June. Okay, bottom plate, plastic shim.
That's it.
Okay. Do I put the plastic shim on top of the 3D embossing folder?
Yes. That is your top. It serves
Okay.
as the top plate.
Okay. Thanks, Chow. Make sure the Sizzix name is showing on the front. Yes, the Sizzix name is showing on the front. This is the back. Yep. Hi, Crystal. We are playing with Perfect Pearls and Mica tonight, making backgrounds and then sending it through our embossing folders and through our Gemini Junior. All right, I'm going to send it through. Kind of slipped out of place. Try that again.
It's too thick.
I don't know. It seems like it wants to take the top plate, bottom plate, and leave the embossing folder behind.
Okay. You're using a Tim Holtz one?
Yes.
All right, let me grab one.
Elizabeth said, try the cut plate magnetic, then the folder. That's what I had to do for the Tim Holtz folder.
So it wouldn't
Okay.
slip?
Yeah, because it's slipping. Yeah. Right, let me get my magnetic. Okay, try the cut plate magnetic, then the folder. Okay. So you don't put anything on top, Elizabeth?
No, you have to put the plastic shim has to go on top.
Okay. I think that's too thick. Yeah, that's too thick. Okay. No
Tracy,
top plate, Elizabeth.
I'm gonna try mine, Tracy.
Okay. Oh, Bernie says 2 milky shims. I don't have 2 milky shims. I just have 1. Sandy said use the embossing pad, not the magnet. That would give it some grip, wouldn't it? I'm going to trim my panels down while I figure that out.
Okay, so I have base plate, embossing folder, and milky shim. Let me see how it works for me.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to. First, I wanted
Yeah,
to
that's not going to work.
spritz. Physics plates work on the Gemini. I don't think so. Not sure about that, Deb. Base plate magnet shim folder. While we're figuring that out, I'm going to make some mist here. So I have a little tiny spoon and I'm going to add this to my water inside my spritzer. And I'm going to shake it up and then I'll have some gold spritz that I can spritz this birthday, not birthday, but this wedding card and the other card that has the gold yellows. Because if I have to set it, I might as well set it with something spritz and something shiny, right?
All right, I did base plate, embossing folder, and the magnetic shim. It's not as deep as I would like it, but it did work.
Okay, hold on a second.
I purchased these, you can purchase these plates. They're called the Gemini double-sided plates. And I probably would use one of those with this.
Okay, base plate.
Folder and magnetic
I don't
shim.
have a double-sided anything.
You don't have any of that. Just use your base plate and your magnetic shim. Do you have the squishy pad?
Yeah.
Put the squishy pad underneath your magnetic.
Okay.
And then run it through.
Okay. Nancy, I think you used that last time and it works. Which one, Chow?
I used these last time, but you don't have these.
Oh, okay. It's going through.
So for those of you that are just starting, base plate, this is the Tim Holtz extra thick 3D folder, your embossing squishy pad, and then your magnetic shim on top. Ryan, did you write all that down?
I love it. I love this one. Love it.
Base plate, embossing folder. Okay. Base cutting plate, embossing folder, your embossing mat, the squishy one, and then your magnetic mat on top. That's for the extra thick 3D embossing folders.
Yeah, this is the crackled one by Tim Holtz. This is really cool. That's awesome. That would be great for like waves in an ocean. And once my Sebastian gets here, he's on his way from California. I cannot wait. Yes, my embossing mat was like squishing. It wasn't squishing, like it was like hanging behind the rest of the. It's a little bit deformed right now, but that's okay. It's just rubber.
Mine's got a big hole in it.
Hello.
Yes, the embossing mat does squish out a lot. It does.
All right, so let's set this with some water on your perfect pearls. Okay, I have gold perfect pearls mixed with water, and I'm going to spritz that on the wedding couple. Let me get my splat box.
Mine squishes a lot.
Okay, we got the splat box. Now we will spritz this to set it. Oh, the mica, she's using gum arabic with her mica. I'm using perfect pearls. Perfect pearls already has some kind of something in it. All you have to do with perfect pearls is to spritz it with water. But the mica, you have to add gum arabic.
Yeah, so these are the Arteza, however you say it. This is 60 mica powders, and I bought gum arabic from Amazon. And you just mix a little bit of this and it becomes a binder. And then once you add water, they will be locked in. They'll be set. Look at all of these beautiful colors, every color of the rainbow. There's also color shifting in here. I think I'll do that one next. And Tracy is using Perfect Pearls. Perfect Pearls already have a binder in them. So the only thing you need to do with Perfect Pearls is just do the spritzing and that's it. You don't have to mix anything.
I don't know if you guys can see the bride and the groom on this gold panel. It might be too shiny. Let me turn one of these lights down.
John, their website does not pertain to the 3D Tim Holtz folders. It only pertains to the Crafter's Companion folders.
Okay, so this panel with the diamonds, I'm also going to spritz with the gold Perfect Pearls water mixture.
So for
Deb,
this,
I don't know if they're on sale right now. The mica sets. I don't know if they're on sale.
yeah, there's a code.
I haven't checked
Extra
Arteza.
15. I don't know what the price is. There's two of them. There's one with the big bottles, which if you're going to be making soap or making makeup or candles, then I would get the big ones. But if you're going to be a paper crafter, then these little bottles, there's more than enough powder in these little bottles. I'm going to wet this one down and use it like a little watercolor here. Right. For regular embossing folders, you do a cutting plate, your embossing folder, a milky shim, the magnetic shim, and then a top plate. If you have any other company's 3D embossing folders, like they're not super 3D, you just use 2 magnetic plates. You don't need the milky shim. But if you're going to be using the Ultra 3D, which is the Tim Holtz super thick Ultra 3Ds, and some of the new Stampin' Up ones, then you would do the base plate, the folder, your squishy mat, and then your magnetic mat. So, and I will do, Ryan and I talked about doing a little class. So we'll do some more with Ryan and I when he's playing around with his new Gemini. So there you can see, I just added a little water and it turned it into this shimmery watercolor, no problem.
Okay, so I have a little bottle of silver spritz that I had mixed with silver mica that I had in my stash. So I'm going to use this to set these 2 panels of perfect pearls, because you have to have a little bit of water to set the perfect pearls. And I know you can't see it on the camera, but it's really pretty, you guys. It's so sparkly. And same with this gold that I mixed up. Super great finishing touch. Just super shiny. Lovely. I like that 3D embossing folder. That is really cool. That's going to look great as water. But for right now, it's going to be great sort of as a metal background.
Ooh, you can make it nice and thick and pasty. I don't want it that way though. I do want it watered down.
All right.
Bye, Roberta. Yes, Debbie, we can do that. I'll show you that next.
Did you use colored paper, Nancy, when you did your Blue Night rubber stamp?
I think I used black paper and I used blue. On the elephant one, I used blue powders. On this one, I used black paper. I've only been using black and white paper.
Okay. I thought you used something besides white for that.
And I'm using one of my Hobby Lobby found 3D folders. Again, what we just did, I just want to show it to you guys. And this time I just added water to the Perfect Pearls and used it like a watercolor. Obviously, you can mix and match your colors. I just did all one color. So again, for these ultra thick folders, it's base plate, your embossing folder, your squishy mat. And yes, my squishy mat's been all run through the ringer, but it works fine. And then your magnetic mat. I'm actually going to use my old magnetic mat. There we go. It does have this kind of distressed metallic look to it. Cool. All right, somebody wanted to see it through a stencil. Yeah, so
I just put Versamark over the Blue Knight rubber stamp silhouette wolf on black cardstock.
that's gonna look good.
I'm excited. I just have to figure out what color of Perfect Pearl I want to use. Okay.
This is a Simon Hurley
I know you can't
sweater
see my-
weather stencil.
Oh.
So a couple things you can do is you can mix this with your texture paste and make a shimmery texture paste, or you can do a spritz by putting it in a spritzer. I love texture paste, so I think that's the route I'm going to go to make it more fun. And I would recommend glossy so that you don't lose any of the shine. And you don't need to put a binder in with this because this is the binder. So I'm just going to take scoopy of this out and mix it up on my table here. Probably more than enough.
So I think I might use copper or silver, which is pewter.
Pewter.
What do you think? You say pewter?
Yes, pewter.
Wait a
please.
minute. Stacy says use a bunch of different colors. I've got this heirloom gold. Heirloom gold. It's like a different color
Heirloom
gold.
gold.
That would be pretty too. Yeah, heirloom.
I don't know if that's a big enough
Heirloom
scoop,
gold.
but we can always add more. This is magenta.
All right,
mean, when you
Stacy,
have-
this one's for you. I'll use a bunch of different colors. Sorry, go ahead.
When you have 60 colors to choose from with the micas, you know. All right, so
Yeah,
I
you've
just,
got quite a range there to pick from.
yes. Got quite a bit of mess here too. You can make your own shimmer powders. You can make your own watercolors. You can make your own sprays. You can stamp with them. You can lift with them. Lots of things you can do with micas. Like I said, the Arteza ones were made so that you can put them, they're cosmetic grade. So you can put them in if you are a candle maker or soap maker, or if you make your own makeup. You know, like lipsticks and eyeshadows and things like that. That's what's neat about these Arteza ones, because Leah and I were thinking about making soap. We haven't done it yet. But that would be pretty cool. Look at that. I have plenty left to do another one. Leah, need a stencil cleaned, please.
So Gloria said she cut up an old Cricut mat. It's pretty thin, and she tried it on her manual die cut machine, and the heavy embossing folders went through nicely.
Cool.
She was having troubles with the heavier folders going through. Yeah. But those sometimes even have trouble going through your regular Sizzix machine too. You're just hand cranked ones. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stacy, I'm going a little wild here using all the colors. Next, we'll do copper. Oops. Yep, we have a metal shim for the junior. Yep. But it was sliding through. It was taking the metal shim, but it wasn't taking the folder. It was strange. Well, Stacy, I like your idea, girl. It's looking good. Now we'll do silver or pewter for his body. I hope I'm doing this right, Nancy, because I really wasn't paying attention when you were doing yours. That's terrible, but I was just trying to make sure I was getting mine done right.
You're fine. You're doing fine. I'm making my own mess over here. Leah, can I have a cleanup in aisle 4?
That's right, Bernie. All that pressure was pushing the folder out. The thick folder. Yeah. So Nancy, when are you and Ryan going to go live?
I don't know where Ryan went.
Ryan
and I were going to do
Did he
like a
leave
little
us?
Gemini 101 class.
Did he jump ship and go watch somebody else?
Or he's making
Just
videos.
He
He's making videos trying to get to that 1,000.
He wouldn't do that to us.
Unless he's sleeping.
Probably recording a video.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or he's watching us and he's creating. He likes to do that. He's editing. See, he's there. He's editing. Yeah. So yeah, Ryan and I were thinking about doing a video. Doing a Gemini one-on-one video.
Yeah.
Because everybody took
Nancy,
advantage of
do I
that.
Stamp it again with Versamark?
No, if you stamp it again, you're going to lose all your colors you put down. It'll lift it.
I guess you're right. Okay. Good point, Nancy. The only thing is his little legs, I'm losing you know how he's got legs. The other silhouettes are all solid. Then what do I do? What do I do next?
Once you're happy with it, you just spritz it.
Spritz it. Okay, gotcha. Let me look at it here. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh my gosh. So shiny. I like it. I'm going to add a little bit more of that heirloom gold.
I'm just cleaning up my texture paste before it dries on anything.
Yep, no problem. This will be my last one. I have to help Doug do something on the computer before he goes to bed at 9. So he'll be expecting me to get down there.
So for those of you that are new to Tracy's channel, welcome. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications every time she goes live. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, it is the Foiling Snobs group. We do that in jest. We actually started as the Foiling and Stamping group, but Foiling Snobs just sounds more fun. But we're a fun-loving group. And we do ask that you answer a couple of questions so that we know that you're not a bot, that you're a real person. And we do all kinds of things. So we do stamping, we do painting, we do, you name it, scrapbooking, card making. Foiling is our love. But we would love to have you join us and what creations we make. And also we do quite a few giveaways. And we have a couple new YouTubers that are joining us. in our group. So we have Ryan Swift of Glitter Grunge Greetings, and we have Stacy of SNR from the Heart. So we have quite a few of them. Elizabeth also has a channel. Elizabeth just did a haul video for us. And we invite you to bring your creativity, bring your kindness to our warm, loving group and join us for fun in Facebook and on YouTube. I need my paper towels. Thank you, Chow, for linking it. The products that we're using, you can pick up on, I would recommend the Arteza products on the Arteza website. You can use the 15% off code, which is code extra15. The rest of the products you can pick up on scrapbook.com or Amazon, and our admins will link those links for you. We do use affiliate links because the affiliate links help us keep the money back into our YouTube channels and into our group so we can do more giveaways. So we like to think that we're pretty generous on our channel, I think, because we have the best subscribers. And so we've passed that down to our Facebook group. We do a monthly card swap in our Facebook group where you can exchange 4 to 5 cards with anybody in the country, and we change it up every month. We change the theme up every month, and we've had a lot of fun with that. So a lot of fun things that we do in our group. And for those of you foiling addicts, yes, I was swatching out the H&H foils for you guys so you could see how they compare to our other foils. So I will be working on that over the weekend for you guys.
All right, Roberta, thanks for stopping by. It's been so nice to have you.
Just so you guys can see the Artezas, this is the 60 mica powder. These are very vibrant micas. You can use them, again, they're cosmetic grade, so we can use them for paper crafting like we just did here. You can add them to spritz bottles and make a spray out of them. You can add them to paint. And they are very beautiful. You can see I put mine all in rainbow order here. Very beautiful, brightly pigmented colors that you can use for paper crafting, soap making, cosmetics, candles, all kinds of beautiful colors. Now, if you are going to be doing it for paper crafting, these don't have a binder in them. So I do recommend, if you go to my Amazon shop, to pick up the gum Arabic and you mix that with these before you set them, and you have beautiful, beautiful shimmery micas. It comes with this little mini spoon that I leave in there, but lots of gorgeous colors. And we do have a discount code. It's extra 15, so you can get 15% off. And then we'll link this to the Amazon shop as well for you. All right, Tracy, do we want to talk about what we made and how we made it? A real quick recap?
Yeah, you go first. And then, like I said, I have to help Doug before he goes to bed with something on the computer. Yep.
All right. So what we did here, and Tracy used the Perfect Pearls. And again, the Perfect Pearls come in, you can buy them as single units, or you can buy them in a pack of 4, and they usually come with a soft brush and a little mini ink cube of Perfect Pearls, which is just a super sticky ink. So the first one we did was we took some backgrounds and put some color down on the backgrounds. So we did this one with ink, just distress inks or distress oxide inks, whatever ink that you have that's going to stay wet longer. And then we put our powders on top. And then you want to set them by just using a little spritz of water over the top and light mist. And all you do is you spray in the air and then you just pull this through the mist. So you spray in the air and pull this through the mist, and then you won't get water spots. But if you'd like water spots, it will provide you with water spots if you put droplets on there. And then we ran them through our embossing folders. So you get this cool metallic kind of look. And if you want to stamp on it before you run it through the embossing folder. So you can see here, I stamped and then ran it through the embossing folder. So we have a little bit more dimension there. And then I showed the stamping and the reverse stamping method. So in this one, I stamped with clear Versamark ink, and then I just took the powders and rubbed them across, and then again sprayed with water and misted it so it locked it in place. Very nice masculine card. And then I did the opposite, where I took the whole ink pad and inked the whole background with Versamark, and then I took the stamp and I lifted those pearls off of there, so you can see it has the reverse image by lifting it. And then the last one, I used it like a watercolor. I mixed it with some water, put it all over my panel, and then 3D embossed my panel. So that's using it as a watercolor by just mixing it with a little bit of water. And this one was just selective, doing the same method we did here, where I put 3 different colors of ink down, put the gold mica down, stamped over it, and then ran it through my embossing folders for this kind of cool focal image. And then I mixed it with paste, and the paste is drying, but I'll show you those 2 panels. This is texture paste gloss, so this will dry and it'll have a really shiny mica look to it once it's dry. And I did it on white paper and black paper. So lots of fun things you can do with these colored micas. You definitely want to check them out. Go ahead, Tracy.
So I just did a couple background panels with distress inks and regular embossing folders, and it's nice and shiny. It's going to look great as the background for my cards. This one has the blues and the purple. This one has the orange and the coral and the yellow, and it's got diamonds in it. This one, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has a bride and a groom. It's going to be a wedding card that I'm making for tomorrow's wedding. So it's not a finished product yet, but it's very shiny. So I do like that about it. And it's going to be a very classic looking card. And this one is the Crackle 3D embossing folder. This one, I have used some gray ink and some pewter perfect pearls. That's what I used on that one. I used gold perfect pearls on this one, which is the wedding couple. And I used bronze perfect pearls on the one that kind of reminds you of a sunset. And for the one that looks like blues and purples, I don't remember what color I used. I think I just used regular perfect pearl. I don't think I used any color on that one. Just the pearl itself. And then I did this Versamark wolf, but he didn't turn out very well. I don't know if it's because I just didn't do a very good job of coloring him in, but I do like the spray that I used. I have this perfect pearl, and I put it in with water into a mini spritzer, and it sure did look great spritzed on this black cardstock. So there's a silver lining and everything. So had a lot of fun tonight, you guys. Thanks so much for joining in. It's been so nice of you to stop by my channel. Thank you, Nancy, for helping me. Since I've never used perfect pearls before, I just needed a little bit of help in understanding how they work.
Awesome. Well, thank you to Tracy and for inviting me, and Stacy for giving her the idea. For those of you that are new, again, please give us a thumbs up if you learned something new today, or if you just had fun watching along. Helping Tracy with her channel, getting her more thumbs up will get her more exposure to the YouTube world, and also gives her an idea on what kind of projects you guys like to see. So we can give her a thumbs up. She sure deserves it. And if you guys have any questions, post them down below. It does take 24 hours for the live chat to show up. So if you're watching this on the replay and you don't see the live chat and you wonder who we're talking to and what we're talking about, give it 24 hours and they should show up tomorrow. And we will post links down below for you guys.
All right. Yep. I'll get those posts linked after I get a chance to help Doug with his project that I promised him I would help him with. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.